What if I told you that almost 90% of the things you're worrying about will never actually happen? Think about that for a second. All those sleepless nights, all that stress about the future. Most of it is just a trick your mind is playing on you. The ancient Stoics Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus Seneca, they figured this out nearly 2,000 years ago, and their answer to worrying wasn't complicated philosophy. It was practical, it was simple. It was something you and I can use every single day. In this video, I'm going to break down why your brain worries so much, what the Stoics taught about anxiety, and most importantly, a step-by-step practice you can start using tonight to cut your worries in half. Stick around until the very end, because I'll share one Stoic exercise that can completely change the way you see your problems forever. So, why do we worry so much? Well, the truth is, your brain isn't designed to make you happy. It's designed to keep you alive. Thousands of years ago, worrying was useful. If you thought there might be a tiger in the bushes, you stayed alert and you survived. But today, there are no tigers. Instead, we worry about bills, job security, what our boss thinks, what strangers post on social media. We take things that are possible and treat them like they're probable. And this creates unnecessary suffering. Seneca, one of the great Stoics, said it perfectly: we suffer more, often in imagination, than in reality. Think about the last time you had a meeting or a presentation. Maybe you thought, what if I mess up? What if I lose my job? What if I can't pay rent? In your head, you just made a movie that hasn't even been filmed yet, and the worst part is you're the actor, the director, and the audience, watching yourself fail before anything even happens. The Stoics had a different way of looking at this. Marcus Aurelius, the emperor of Rome, faced wars, plagues, political chaos, real problems. And yet in his private journal, he wrote, "Today, I escaped anxiety, or no, I discarded it because it was within me, in my own perceptions, not outside." His point was simple. Anxiety doesn't live out there in the world. It lives inside your perception of the world. Epictetus, who was born a slave and later became a philosopher, taught something called the dichotomy of control. He said everything in life falls into two categories. One, things you can control: your actions, your choices, your mindset. To things you can't control: other people's opinions, the economy, the weather. If you spend your energy worrying about what you can't control, you waste your life. But if you focus on what you can control, you gain freedom. Let's make this real. You can't control whether your boss promotes you. That decision is out of your hands. But you can control whether you show up prepared, whether you add value, whether you do your best work. That's where your energy belongs. Seneca also warned us about worrying. He said we are in the habit of exaggerating, imagining, anticipating sorrows in modern terms. Stop playing horror movies in your head. The problem is worrying doesn't just live in your head. It damages your life in real ways. At work, constant worrying makes you less productive. Instead of focusing on the task in front of you, your mind spins stories about the future. That leads to stress and burnout. In relationships, worrying makes you insecure. If you constantly wonder, does my partner really love me? You create tension that wasn't even there. And in your health, worrying raises cortisol, the stress hormone. Too much cortisol wrecks your sleep, drains your energy, and over time, even damages your heart. The Stoics believed worrying robs you of the only moment you truly own. The present moment. Life is happening right now, and worrying steals it away. So, what can we do? How do we apply Stoicism to actually reduce worrying in our daily lives? Here are 4 powerful Stoic tools. 1. The dichotomy exercise. Take a piece of paper, write your worries in 2 columns. Column A, things I control. Column B, things I don't control. Act only on column A, let go of column B. You'll be surprised how much lighter you feel when you see most of your worries belong in column B. To negative visualization. This sounds scary, but it works. Imagine the worst-case scenario for a moment. If you lost your job, what would you actually do? If your car broke down, how would you handle it? You'll realize that even in the worst case, you'd survive. Fear shrinks when you face it directly. 3. Premeditatio malorum. This means premeditation of evils. The Stoics would plan ahead by asking, what could go wrong? But instead of panicking, they prepared rationally. If you're giving a presentation, imagine the projector doesn't work. What's your backup? This mindset turns worrying into preparation. From Memento Mori. Remember death not to scare you, but to remind you how short life is. If you only have so much time, why waste it worrying about things you can't control? Marcus Aurelius wrote, you could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think. Here's how you can bring Stoicism into your daily routine. In the morning journal. What's under my control today? During the day when worrying strikes, ask column A or column B if it's B. Let it go at night. Reflect, what did I waste energy worrying about today? Over time, this daily practice rewires your brain. You'll notice more calm, more focus, and more presence. So why do you worry too much? Because your brain is wired to protect you. But Stoicism gives you the tools to protect yourself from your own brain. If this video gave you something useful, imagine what the next one could do. I post Stoic lessons every day. So hit that subscribe button if you want to build a calmer, stronger mind, and let's make this real. Drop a comment right now. What's the biggest worry you're ready to let go of? Today I'll be reading and replying. Because this is more than just a channel. It's a community. Thanks for watching, and remember, control what you can, let go of the rest. That's the Stoic answer.